Let's discuss on the Takaful business, types of Takaful business. Okay, so Takaful business can be Takaful business is actually there are two parts that is a concern in doing a Takaful business. Okay, so the first one is the management part. So when the Takaful is done, the Takaful business is done, apa nama dia? How I want to see. Okay. In terms of, in the context of management of the Takaful, okay, when the Takaful fund is managed by the participant themselves, so we consider it as cooperative or mutual Takaful. Okay, because in doing Takaful business at initial stage, it is run by the member because they are concerned to protect a risk among them. Okay, so in initial stage, the Takaful business is run by the participant themselves. No additional party, no third party to manage the fund, the Takaful fund. So it is termed as cooperative or mutual Takaful. They're doing cooperations to manage the Takaful fund in terms of management. Okay, but when the Takaful business is done by the third party, like we practice nowadays, third party which is Takaful operator, the one that manage the Takaful, so then it becomes a Takaful Tijari or commercial Takaful. Tijari in Arabic word is actually from Ijarah, is a business. Commercialize of Takaful. Whereby the management of Takaful scheme is undertaken by separate entity, specifically appointed for this purpose, known as Takaful operator. Okay, so nowadays no more cooperative or mutual Takaful, but it is more on commercial Takaful Tijari. Okay, so that the Takaful business have expertise to manage it and then to sustain the business. And then under Takaful Tijari, there are types of Takaful business. The first one is family Takaful business and second one is a general Takaful business. Family Takaful business is basically provide a combinations of long-term saving and protection for the participant and their dependents arising from death, disability or survival. Okay, previously I think I have mentioned that family Takaful is actually the coverage towards oneself or towards people. Okay, people and the family members. Okay, and then because of to cover a human life, so we live longer period compared to the maybe the subject matter period of life. Okay, that is why this family Takaful business will provide a long-term coverage lah, from now until we die and from now until a certain retirement age, for example until 80 years old. So it is long-term coverage. So that is why for the long-term coverage, the saving element is suitable. So that is why it will provide long-term saving and together with the protection to the participant and their dependents arising from this lah, the illnesses, the death, all the purists. Okay, whereby the general Takaful focus on short term because it's cover a thing, it's cover vehicle, it's cover building, which is the lifespan. Okay, is very short terms. Okay, so short term protections of property and liabilities against any loss or damage. Liabilities also short term lah, like say liability of the university to the student. So only during the study periods. So short term lah. So general Takaful. Yeah. Okay, so the framework of general Takaful is like this. The group of participants, they contribute, they are mutually indemnify and assist each other through the tabarruk contract. They contribute into the Takaful Fund, one only Takaful Fund, Takaful Fund, and the Takaful Fund is managed by Takaful Operator. The Takaful Operator also can act as an agent to manage the Takaful Fund, and then Mudarib manage and invest the Takaful Fund, okay, through Mudarabah, and then they will receive commission through Jualah, okay, and then they will keep the fund safely through Wadi'ah or saving account through Wadi'ah. So these are the types of Islamic contract that is applied in Takaful. Okay, Wakalah, agency, Mudarabah, if there is investment element, Jualah, the commissions to upah from the upah from the act of the management of the fund and also management of investment, and also Wadi'ah contract is safe custody contract through saving elements in the Takaful contract. Okay. So let's differentiate between two businesses, family takaful and general takaful. So the coverage for family takaful is ordinary family, annuity, investment link. Annuity is takaful coverage for the retirement age. And general takaful, the coverage is for property and vehicles. That's it. Okay. And then the maturity for family takaful is long term, more than a year. Death, for example, either one, if the participant die first and then based on the death date, or if they do not die early or longer period, so these are the maximum period, 70 or 80 years old. This one, it depends on the scheme, and it depends on the takaful company, the takaful operator. It depends on their dia punya dia punya the stability of the operator. If they are stable enough, big company, they can offer longer period of maturity. Okay. And then general takaful, short term maturity, less than 1 year. 1 year or less than 1 year lah. Like say 3 months maturity, like takaful for travel. Kan? It will follow, it depends on the date of travelling lah. If you want to travel for 2 weeks, so it will be matured after 2 weeks. Okay. Like a vehicle takaful or general takaful to cover our car. So basically we need to renew the road tax together with the takaful coverage yearly, isn't it? So yearly lah. So after 1 year, after it's expired, we can select other operator, other company to protect our car or motorcycle. Okay. So because the maturity period is short, after 1 year. Okay, then we can move, we can select other coverage. Yeah. And then the renewal for family takaful, basically it is renewal automatic. Once we pay monthly, so it will renew the protection. The protection will go on once we renew it. Okay, if we do not renew it, maybe after 3 months, it is lapsed in, if we are lapsed in paying the contributions. So after being reminded, so the protection will not be exercised, will not be working anymore. Okay, so provided that we pay the contributions regularly to make it active. Okay, but for the general takaful is yearly renewal. Okay, account. For family takaful, we have a PA and PSA. What is PSA and PA? PA is participant account. Participant individual account. It is not a group account. Basically, this PA is meant for saving element and also for investment element. We want to make investment through takaful, because takaful can give us 3-in-1. Okay, 3-in-1, 4-in-1 coverage in one scheme. Okay, provide us saving, provide us protection, and provide us investment platform. Okay, and then the PSA, participant special account. Where is my cursor? Wait. Okay. Whereby the PSA is participant special accounts, also termed as risk fund or takaful fund. This fund is special for the tabaruk element, for the protection element. Okay, this fund is belong to general, to all participant, whereby PA is belong to individual participant. Okay. And then for the general takaful, only one fund, which is general takaful fund. Okay, one fund because no saving, no investment. So this the fund that exists in general takaful, which is general takaful fund, is only for protections during a year. Okay, if we got accident that year, so that the takaful operator will use the fund from general takaful fund to pay the claim or the losses. Okay, example of family takaful is individual family takaful funds, and then takaful mortgage plan. What is takaful mortgage plan? Also termed as mortgage reduced term takaful. This takaful plan is basically to protect our debt at financial institutions. Like we have financings, house financings with one bank. So this takaful mortgage will protect us when something happen to us, when if we die before we pay all the financings. So the coverage will be but the plans will will pay the rest, the balance of our financing to the financial institutions, to the bank. Okay, if we die before the maturity lah, if we die before the financing is paid full. Okay, takaful mortgage plan, takaful plan for education, okay, to cover a life and also to provide a saving element to the children. Okay, so this plan will protect the parents and then also the children, and also provide a saving element. Group takaful plan, like we have UIA and under group takaful plan that protect a group of people, basically for the company to protect the employees. Okay, and then they will pay any hospital bills, the death of the employees. So there will be a coverage for it. Then health and medical takaful. Okay, the takaful plan that protect or prepare protections to any medical bill, medical illnesses. Medical for any health issues lah. Eh? And then for general takaful, like fire takaful, and then motor takaful, accidents, miscellaneous takaful schemes, and marine takaful schemes to cover the machinery part, to cover the cargo. Okay, engineering takaful scheme, machinery and machinery. Okay. This all of this, the expiry date is less than a year. Okay. Okay. Family takaful. This one we refer to the act like family takaful. Based on IFSA. Huh? Okay. This one explain in IFSA what is family takaful. A family takaful plan is a combination of long-term investment and mutual financial assistance scheme. Mutual financial assistance scheme is takaful lah kan. Mutual financial is actually the tabaruk or ta'awun. So the objective of the plan is to save regularly over a fixed period of time to earn investment return in accordance with Islamic principles and to obtain coverage in the event of death prior to maturity from a mutual aid scheme. So three elements in family takaful: provide saving, investment, and the coverage. If there is a saving investment element and for sure the coverage element, then it is family takaful. Okay, no saving, no investment, but only coverage. It is basically general takaful, like a motor takaful, provide coverage only, no saving. Kan? And then IFSA 2013, subsection 16, said that a licensed takaful operator other than a licensed professional takaful operator should not carry on both family takaful business and general takaful business. Okay, meaning that the takaful operator cannot have to choose either one, family or general takaful. They cannot run the two businesses at the same time. Yeah? And then notwithstanding the subsection 1, a licensed family takaful operator may carry on the general takaful business relating to medical by a reason of disease or sickness or medical expenses subject to such requirements and conditions as may be specified by the banks. They can also, this family takaful, they can open general takaful related to medical only. Okay, if they want to open to offer a products of short terms period of maturity, it is must be on the medical only. Okay, not for the machinery, for example, no. Okay, because I think the medical or the health or disease, the sickness, this one mostly more related to human. And then any licensed takaful operator who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offence and shall on convictions be liable to imprisons for a term not exceeding 8 years or to fine not exceeding 25 millions or to both. Okay, this is directions in IFSA 2013 to the takaful operator. Before IFSA 2013, before 2013, since 1984, there are operators that offer both businesses, family and general takaful at the same time. But after IFSA 2013, Bank Negara actually give operator about 5 years until 5 years kan 2018 to choose or to carry to operate only one takaful business, either family or general business. Okay, so it is happen now. So what happens to the composite takaful operator that have operated or offered both products? Most of them basically a few of them sell out their business, one business to other operator, and then some of them basically opens a new subsidiary to still continue the two businesses. So one business will become a parent, takaful operator, and the other business will become subsidiary. So meaning that two different entities, there will be a two CEO for this takaful operator because they want to continue their business as composite. Now there's no more composite lah, only separate entity between family and general takaful business. Okay. So, a family takaful certificate where the takaful participant address is specified in the takaful certificate or any other address subsequently notified in writing by the takaful participant to the licensed takaful operator is or was an address in Malaysia. This one for takaful operator lah. So, takaful operator must, the punya address must reside in Malaysia. Okay, not the overseas lah. A takaful participant may within 15 days or such longer period as may be specified by the bank after the delivery of the family takaful certificate of any description to him, return the family takaful certificate to the licensed family takaful operator, and it should immediately refund any takaful contribution which has been paid in respect of the family takaful certificate. Okay. And then, so this one basically concerns on the cooling period of 15 days. Let's say the takaful participant have agreed to subscribe and pay the contributions on the 1st of November. So from 1st November until 15 November, they have 15 days of cooling periods. They can return back or they can they can cancel the contract within 15 days. If more than 15 days, they cannot cancel the contracts. So the contribution they paid after that cannot be returned back. But within 15 days, the contribution should be returned back to the participant. And then we call this as a cooling period of takaful contract lah. And then a minor who has attained the age of 16 years should obtain the consent in writing of his parents or guardians to assign a family takaful certificate on his life under paragraph 2. So this one regarding the minor. If let's say 7 years old, the family subscribe to takaful educations. So when she reached 16 years old, they can get a consent to hold the certificate by herself. Okay, family takaful certificate. This one ada example lah for family takaful. Mortgage, health, education, travel, um, individual plan. Because sometimes travel travel if it is short term is general takaful. So it just okay, maybe after this I want you to go to the website of any of takaful operator and then try to differentiate which products are their family and which product is their general takaful plan. Usually in the website the company already classified, okay, already divide. These are list of general takaful. These are list of family takaful. Okay, I want you to observe that after this. Okay, operational flow of family takaful. Starting from the participant, the participant will pay the contributions, and these contributions will be deduct for the wakalah fee first before it is channeled to these two funds. Okay, the wakalah fee will be deducted. Okay, to pay for the operator. This one, this is the operator lah, the shareholder, the owner of the company. Okay, so after that, deduct the wakalah fee. So the balance will be channeled to participant accounts and then participant risk accounts. Okay, so participant account is participant individual accounts. So the owner of this fund is the participant, not all participant or not the operator. It is individual participant. Whereby the participant risk accounts or known as participant special accounts or participant or risk account, participant special account and risk account lah. Okay, and then these funds will be used to pay claims. Okay, these funds is used to pay claims, to pay for retakaful because retakaful is needed to cover the whole the takaful schemes, and then used to do pay the reserve first, the reserve also at central bank reserve, and then to pay for the operational expenses if there is lah operational expenses like marketing expenses, website, or any other expenses, administrative expenses. So at the end of the year, after all the claims, all the retakaful, all the reserve and operational expenses is paid, okay, if there is a balance at the risk fund here, okay, after pay all this, if there is a balance, we call it as a surplus or underwriting surplus. Okay, underwriting surplus. Surplus from the underwriting activities. Or the pay, claim semua tu semua underwriting activities. So we call surplus. So surplus together with investment profit. Okay, surplus together with investment profit basically will be, ni kenapa bagi kat shareholder? Okay, basically will be shared between the participant and the shareholder. Okay. Okay, this one memang ada pun. Investment profit surplus with investment profit will be given to the participant as well as to the shareholders. So in this context, this part, there is a mudarabah element. mudarabah contracts, whereby one party contribute a fund, the other party will make investment, will manage the fund. So the contributor here is the participant, and then the manager of the fund is shareholders. Okay. So and here point in participant accounts, if there is a investment element in this particular scheme, the investment profit will be shared between the participant and then the takaful operator. Okay, that's a family takaful plan. Okay, general takaful. If defined, that general takaful is means all takaful business which is not family takaful business. Very simple. So the balance any takaful business that's not family takaful business is considered as general takaful because it's general. Semua terima. General takaful. And then IFSA also defined the general takaful scheme is purely for mutual financial help on a short-term basis, purely for mutual financial, no saving, no investment, only risk fund, because short-term basis, usually 12 months to compensate its participant for any material loss, damage or disruptions that any of them might suffer arising from misfortune. Okay? And that might inflict upon his property or belongings. Okay, property or belongings. The contribution that a participant pays into the general takaful fund is wholly on the basis of tabaruk. Semua tabaruk. No mudarabah, no wadiah element. If at the end of the period of takaful, there is a net surplus in the general takaful fund, like previously we have underwriting surplus kan. So the same shall be shared between the participant and the operator in accordance with the principle of mudarabah. Ini pun kata mudarabah juga lah. Provided that the participant has not incurred any claim and or not receive any benefits under the general takaful certificates. Why there is elements of mudarabah here? Basically the risk funds also will be invested. The funds that is collected by the takaful operator will not be just put at the saving accounts. No, the takaful operator will make investment, even one night investments. Okay, to generate a profit, safe investment, not a high risk investment. Okay. Types of general takaful schemes, we have fire takaful. Basic fire takaful provide coverage on property, and then damage caused by fire, lightning or explosion. House owner takaful provide a coverage on residential property against loss or damage by fire. Okay, and then householder takaful covers loss or damage to the content of the residential property. This basically additional rider, additional coverage to the fire takaful. And then motor takaful, like motor takaful lah, provide coverage to the owner of the vehicles and also to the third party of injury. We have a first holder, apa nama dia? First party and third party. And then marine, aviation and transit, takaful provide cover for the hull and cargo transported by the sea, air, on land. And then aviation takaful provide coverage for aircraft, goods transported and legal liability. This one all the expensive and huge risky. Why it is expensive? Because it is risky. So when the takaful operator receive these types of risk, they will need to properly underwrite and measure expect the future risk of this. Okay, so these are the other class of takaful. So the classes of general takaful business are continually expanding to provide cover for a wide range of new risks and contingency. So the main categories include personal accident takaful, engineering takaful, contractors all risk takaful, employers liability takaful, and public liability takaful. The other classes of general takaful. Because the general takaful is other than family takaful, so that is why they can add more and more the types of risk coverage. Okay. What is this? Okay, so these are the products of motor takaful, general takaful, and these are the companies. Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad, Takaful National, I think this one very old data, Takaful Ikhlas and Maybank Takaful. So they provide a motor Takaful scheme. These are fire Takaful scheme, basic fire, fire and allied perils, house owner, householder, marine aviations, cargo, hull, miscellaneous Takaful schemes. This one. Okay, example, classes of general Takaful. Okay, the continuation dia. Then products. Uh, these are uh, uh, other classes of takaful. Banyak risk coverage. Okay? Because it is not cover the family or the human the people, but they cover things other than that. Okay, not life. Okay, banyak sangat list of the classes. Okay, the flow of eh, this is the last slide. The flow of general takaful. Can you see clearly this slide?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
from the participants, same the participant make a contributions. The contributions will be charged for the wakala fee first. The balance of the contributions will go to the general takaful funds, or this one mainly for risks. And then there will be deduct all the claims, takaful, reserve, operating expenses and investment profits. Add investment profit lah. This one less and add investment profit. Okay, so the operator will will invest this fund. So any profit will be channeled back to this fund because it is short-term profit. It's not many, so that is why they will not distribute to the individual participant like a family takaful. Okay, so after that they will receive operating profit lah. Okay, so this one operating profit, and then the operating profit. Okay, uh, okay, the operating profit here considered as a surplus. Okay, sometimes they will the surplus. Sometimes if the surplus is small, they will channel back the surplus into the general takaful fund. If it is big enough, huge enough, they will distribute to the participants. Not many. I think I have experience. I receive maybe 50 ringgit for my general takaful car. Okay, the operating profit is a surplus here. Yeah, and then they will give the surplus also to the shareholders. Okay, shareholder fund, and then uh, operating expenses lah to pay for any operating expenses. Shareholder fund will cover for operating expenses like to pay the salary, to pay for any expenses of the company. Okay, so the difference between general takaful and family takaful mainly in this fund, general takaful they have only one fund, types of fund, totally 100% tabaruk donations. That is why the participant do not have right to receive anything at all. Okay, whereby the family takaful, there are elements of saving and investment. If nothing happen to the participant, so they still have a balance under their saving and investment accounts. Okay, so that's it for your your that's it for general and family takaful business. Okay, 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 that's all. Any question?
Yes, doctor. Let's. I was wondering if like we have the motor takaful, right? So if the participant just contributed like 1 year, like yeah, she just took an insurance for the first year, and then after that, she already had an accident and her car damaged. So she, her contribution is not that big, but she can ask for compensation to repair her car, like uh, to compensate the damage,
Mm,
because her
yes.
contribution is not that much
Mm,
yet. So
mm, mm,
is
mm, mm.
that that is
It is a
That is,
contribution. It is basically contributions from others.
oh, okay.
Because
So
now
even if the
they
contribution from her is not that big, but she can still get the compensation for the day. Oh,
yes,
okay.
it is assistance from others because now when we already subscribe into the Takaful schemes, we already in a group.
Hmm.
So no matter how much we give and how much our loss, so when it is stated in the agreement, the Takaful contract, then we can get the coverage. It is the coverage is not coming from our money. The coverage is coming from the other participants because this is a donation scheme. Like if the conventional insurance, the coverage is based on their money.
Hmm.
So and it basically not based on their money, based on the company punya promise. Kan?
Oh.
So that is why when they pay a very small premium, they receive high, is considered as gambling because the
Hmm.
money is from the company. So the company lose lah. Uh,
Okay.
so the policyholder win in that situation. But in
Oh.
Takaful, the money is coming from all participants. It's separate entity, not the operator, but all participant. The fund that collected, the collections of fund too will pay for the indemnity, not from the operator.
Okay. Okay.
The entity is really separate entity.
Hmm.
Okay, between Takaful Fund and then the Takaful operator, the shareholder fund. Okay, the way they report their accounts and annual reports is also separate funds. Okay, the
Hmm.
reduction from the Takaful Fund because of claims. Okay, nothing to do with the shareholder funds.
Hmm.
Okay. It is not only in the paper as a concept, no. It is practice in the accounting part, whereby the entity is separate. The performance of a risk fund and the performance of shareholder fund is really separate, different performance. Okay. Any
Okay.
other question? Hmm. Any other question? Okay, so far?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Just now you did mention that the difference between family takafu
Mm.
and general takafu is in the column of, you see, in family takafu we have a
Mm.
participant account and participant risk account. Why
Mm.
in the general takafu we only have general takafu fund? Because in general takafu they have risk as well, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
general Takaful fund is risk fund.
Okay.
Ah. So both family and general Takaful have risk fund.
Okay.
Okay, the difference is for family takaful because it is long term coverage, long term maturity. So that is why elements of saving and investment is suitable. So that's why there is additional individual fund, individual accounts, participant account lah, that is offered to the participant, not to the apa, general takaful.
Okay. Okay. So
Hmm.
meaning that in family takafu, we look into the participants account and participant risk account. If there is any risk happening, means that that there will be share risk among the participant and the takafu operator.
No,
No.
if the risk happens, the operator will use the risk fund.
Okay.
Risk fund is belong to all participants. So
Oh.
if the risk happens, on behalf of the other participant, the Takaful operator will use the fund to pay for the claim. Mm. Uh, because basically it is risk fund and the owner of the risk fund is all. All the participant own the risk fund, not the operator.
Okay, because I studied the book, it mentioned that you know the advantage of the takafu is the risk fund will be sharing among the participant and takafu
Mm.
operator. So in this chart, where the picture come in?
Basically the risk fund is shared among the participant, not between the participant and Takaful operator. No,
Alright.
among the participant. They share the risk. Use a risk sharing among the participant only.
Alright. Alright. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Mustafa, want to ask?
No. I was going to say I didn't have any questions before.
You don't have any questions. Amira?
No, so far, okay, doctor.
Okay. If there is no question, we just end our class today. Surah Al-Astaghfirullah. Okay. And then thank you for the participation and thank you for the questions. Thank you for your attendance. Don't forget to turn in your attendance
Okay,
for today
doctor.
class.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
doctor.